doubtless go back to that. He won't go into a range of non-executive jobs. And I think he will largely try and keep out of public life for a bit.
Except, of course, Boris Johnson has never exactly been the retiring type and has hinted at a desire one day to return to the frontline political fray. With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks.
And the main news again. Liz Truss has taken over as UK Prime Minister after meeting Queen Elizabeth at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. Canadian police say one of the suspects wanted in connection with a series of stabbings in the province of Saskatchewan has been found dead. And the German government is extending the life of 2 of its remaining nuclear power plants until spring next year. And that's the latest from Feature Story News. Giles Gibson reporting.
Do that when I drove. These people out when you're coming at them. Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7. Those little secret behind the scene things you only get when you're watching the video feed on kchw.org, YouTube, or Facebook. And in a little bit, I have a video I'm going to play over the radio, but if you're not watching online, you're only going to get half of it, so that's just kind of a warning. But we'll kind of do a play-by-play. I have a knight from England, a very famous knight. I think he was knighted a few years back, and he's singing cowboy songs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he's one of my favorite people. He's bald-headed. Any guesses? He's from England.
That would be, is it Sean Connery?
No, it's not Sean
That's more
Connery.
Scottish, isn't it?
That's more Scottish. I don't think they knighted him. He's a bad boy, and he isn't bald. This guy's totally
he isn't bald.
He's totally bald. Became a knight a few years back. One of my favorite television shows. One of your favorite television shows. Dun, dun.
Oh, he plays Picard.
Yeah, that's right. It's Sir Patrick Stewart singing cowboy songs. And you gotta see the video, too. It's like a KTEL record, so be standing by for that. But we got... All right, I should do intros all the way around. Giggling so far this morning. It's my sister, Val, all the way from Deer Park, Washington.
Morning, all.
And at ground control, Major Tom, it's our own lovely Michelle Williams at Master Control.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. You want some applause, too? Sure you do. Everybody likes applause. Even though so far we've done nothing to deserve it.
Hey, I got out of bed this morning.
Will.
Yeah?
I said
Michelle?
I got out of bed this morning.
Oh, late though. Yay! You're getting out of bed.
It was cold. It was cold this morning.
Ooh, it's going to warm up today, though. No problems there. 89 with abundant sunshine in Chihuahua. 53 for an overnight low. You've got some more warm weather coming tomorrow. 89 and 50 under partly cloudy skies. Pay attention to that overnight low. 50. Mm-hmm. And then
I don't know who writes those weather reports. We had 38 degrees this morning.
Yeah, but you're way up top on the bluff where the wind.
Oh, we're only at 2,200 feet, so I don't know what happens around here.
Yeah, I think I got 1,000 feet on you.
It's your.
And what did you have for a tent?
I could very easily see my breath. Cold.
Yeah, my cold heart does chill down the whole Stevens County.
All right. 79 for Thursday, 78 for Friday, and 83 for Saturday. So much better temperatures. Then you're back up into the mid-80s, looks like, for the weekend, and another nice weekend on tap for you. Although you could use some rain. Not seeing that in the forecast till, let's see, around the 14th. Looks like the first substantial, at least a 25% chance of rain. I know you guys need some fires. Is there smoke in Chihuahua?
It's not too bad. Friday, it was pretty smoky. Thursday and Friday of last week, there was a lot of smoke in the air. You can kind of see it around the horizon, kind of that, that dingy gray dust color just kind of settling around the mountain line. But it's cleared up. It cleared up a lot over the weekend.
How about in Deer Park, Val?
Kind of the same. We had a really, really smoky day, and I can't remember which day it was. Yesterday morning it was clear, but smelled really strong of smoke. So it's interesting sometimes how that happens. But yeah,
That could have just been Brad out behind the garage.
oh, I never checked on that.
Sorry, it's a joke. Joke. You were camping. Did you get evacuated from any campgrounds or have any worries or anything like that?
We did not. I mean, the fire that's burning now up, what are they calling it? The Boulder Mountain Fire. It's around where we run the Jeep all the time, but that happened after we came back. So.
Okay. Now, I saw your video you posted on Facebook scolding Brad about his driving of the Jeep.
Yeah, we have an old Jeep, and that's really good because we don't mind if we go through, really brushy roads that are probably only meant for a side-by-side. But yeah, it was our attempt at comedy. So we did a video coming out of the woods with the trees scraping along the roof and the sides of the Jeep. So.
All right. I saw a lot of people liked it. I personally thought you almost had it.
You need me to do a retake?
Yeah, a little funnier next time.
Okay. All right, take two.
Maybe you reach out and you slap him or something like that.
That's an idea.
Would have been a good addition. All right.
Just hear that fake slap in the background.
Yes.
Whack.
Yes. Michelle, do you have a good Labor Day?
Well, I was here yesterday.
Oh, man.
It's okay.
That's right.
I don't mind. But I had a good weekend. I got a lot of stuff done, like getting ready for winter and stuff around the house, which, when you're up there like that, it's a lot of preparation, to get ready for when it starts getting cold. But yesterday when I was on my way here, I was just telling Val this morning, there's been a lot of sightings of a fairly large mountain lion around my house. And I was on my way down here, and less than a quarter mile from my house, I see this huge cat jump like right in front of my car, like probably 10-15 yards from my car, and just run across the road and was headed towards my house. So I turned around real quick and went and told my husband to keep an eye on the kids and stuff, because he was very, very close.
Oh, wow. I saw Canadian lynx in the ditch the other night, and I stopped and rolled down my window and said, "Don't you know you're in the wrong spot, eh?"
Let me see your passport.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, watch your kitties, too. They're snacking size.
Yeah.
I did something cool. The only thing I did this weekend is I went to Augusta, which is a couple hours away. And, Val, you're going to be jealous. I went to the Odd and Unusual show.
Oh.
So this would be, there's a lot of taxidermy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Skulls, things in bottles that probably shouldn't be in bottles, creatures and snakes. And there was one place where you could actually buy all these, I guess it was for witches, because they actually had Eye of Newt for sale.
Oh, boy.
Lots of artists, very hippie. That's what I went. The kids said they were going, and I want to go with. And I said, Odd and Unusual show. Sounds like lots of hippie chicks. I'm there.
You do like yourself a hippie chick.
I do. And there were lots of them there. I didn't want to leave. And they had...
Were you rubbing like patchouli all over yourself, trying to attract him?
Yes. And I had a shirt on that said, "I'm earthy." Didn't work.
Well, sometimes an earthy smell is not exactly what a girl wants.
I got something for you that I have to mail to you.
Oh, I'm excited now.
Yeah, it's a little sign you can hang on your wall. I don't know if you want to see it.
Yes.
All right, talk amongst yourselves.
All right. My brother got me a present.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh, goodness. I'm jealous. Yeah, I like those shops. So, do you ever done the ye old curiosity shop in Seattle?
A long, long time ago. It's been a
I
very
think
long
that's
time.
the first time I ever went off camera.
Oh.
But he's
right.
back.
And I'm back. So let's see if I can get in. You like things that are scary, and you like cats. So I don't know if you can
yes.
see it. It's a black cat. Can you see it there with a crystal
I can
ball?
see it with a crystal ball and a broom and a witch's hat. Oh
Yes.
my gosh, I'm in love.
And it says Black Cat Trading Company since 1875. Potions, brews, and elixirs.
Oh,
So
I
that
like
I
it.
thought of you.
Wow. Our mother sent me a present the other day too.
I bet you it wasn't like that though.
It was not. But she made me a quillo. Do you remember the quillo she used to make? You know,
I love mine.
Yeah,
So does Mooch.
blanket that you can roll up into a pillow. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then I unrolled it, and it was material with all cats all over it.
Oh, nice.
Aww. Well, that is
So,
awesome.
Yeah, it was really cute. So, yeah.
And the funny thing is, our mom's blind, and she's using a sewing machine. And I made the
I don't know
comment
how
the
she
other day. I
doesn't.
said,
Yes.
"How do you not sew through your fingernail?" And our other sister Sue said, "Don't say that."
Don't jinx her. Oh shoot. Yeah, she somehow manages. I mean, I don't know how she doesn't get it through her nose, because her face is right down. I mean, she has to be like 2 inches from the material to see what she's sewing. So yeah.
The sewing room's dangerous because when you go to visit my mom, that's where you have to stay. And the first thing I do when I get there, because she's been blind for years, is and because I'm usually bringing the Mooch, I have to go around the room at least 3 times and find all the needles that are in the floor.
Oh my
All the
gosh.
stick pins. Yeah.
Yeah, they're everywhere. They're in the windowsill. They're on the floor. They're everywhere.
You should just take one of those roll magnets.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Like that idea. Really like that idea. All right. Maybe some people will be happy with this news. Others may be depressed. Federal judge extraordinary decision this morning to interject into the criminal investigation into former President Donald Trump's hoarding of sensitive government documents at his Florida residence showed unusual solitude to him. That's right. Unprecedented intervention by a federal district judge who was originally, I believe, appointed to a position by Trump once. So they know each other, which I think she should have recused herself. But she has appointed that, what do they call it, special investigator, special master.
Special master, yeah.
And gave him some extra things where not only can he do attorney-client privilege stuff, he's also supposed to look for stuff that might include executive orders. So we'll see what happened. DOJ is expected to try and block that with an appeal. The funny thing, the appeal, though, when it goes to court, let's see, the appeal would be heard by the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in Atlanta, where Trump has appointed 6 of the 11 active judges.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, he's screaming unfairness, but that all screams unfairness back to me. All right.
Yeah. And I think we need to relook at how our federal judges up to the Supreme Court are appointed. I think that it doesn't give us the opportunity for fairness. I don't think they should be appointed by a sitting president or by anybody of either party. Either Democratic Party, Republicans, Democrats. I don't think they should be appointed by them because they stack the court one way or the other. We have to find a different way of doing this because they're supposed to be impartial. And how can you be impartial when you have been
or like
installed?
Clarence Thomas, your wife's upholsterer? Come on.
Yeah. So some of that, it needs to be changed in some way. And Brad and I have kind of talked about the Supreme Court. I really feel like it should be 3 Dems or 3. I won't, because they don't go by political affiliation. It should be 3 liberals, 3 moderates, and 3 conservatives.
Oh, there
so
you go.
You've got it across the base of hopefully you get more impartiality that way. But
that's a good idea. It's an excellent idea. Look at you go. All right. That screams fairness. Oh, my no. Oh, no. Oh, no, it can't be fair.
Right.
Somebody's got to have an advantage. All right. Sad stories. We've got a few of those, a few of these this morning. A few sad stories. Sorry, I'm trying to run a couple things on the side here. A few sad stories. Let's see. In Denver, a woman climbing one of the most difficult peaks in Colorado was seen falling by groups of campers about 900 feet when her clip broke away from a rock wall. So very,
my goodness.
very, very sad there. That was our first sad story. That's a long, long way to fall. That's just freaked me out when I saw it. Then if you caught the news, so this is weird. And the reason why I think it's stabbings is because this is quite a couple years ago. I was talking about guns on the morning show and how in America there's like 1.5 guns for every person in America. Mm-hmm. And I said it'd be really tough to invade us because everybody's got a gun in their hand, and some people have two.
And if they had more hands, they would be holding more guns.
The next closest country, I believe, was Canada, where it was one gun. And that could be wrong. It was I think it was one for every 10 people. One gun for every 10 people. So this almost, apparently, though, the craziness here in America with gun violence, the violence reaching up into Canada, at least 10 people are dead, 15 others hospitalized after a series of stabbing attacks in the Canadian province of Saskatchewan. That's happened yesterday. The stabbings occurred, get this, in 13 separate locations throughout the James Smith Cree Nation and in the village of Weldon. 13 different locations. No extra news on it right now, just kind of these headlines coming out. So we'll find out.
Well, and they have two suspects, which I think are probably more than suspects. I think they were brothers, and if I remember right now, one of them has been found dead. Not self-inflicted wounds, and so now there's questions around how did this guy end up dead? Was it his brother or what? So
Weird.
yeah, very, very strange, but I guess people want to commit violence. They don't, shows you right there, they don't need a gun. They'll find a way.
That's what I've kind of said in I guess in favor of guns is, if you look at other countries, so there's an example of where you don't need a gun. And in Europe, it's really simmered down over the years, but, go back 20 years. That was a big thing is you were never safe. You had to wonder if you were going to a restaurant because the terrorists loved to bomb restaurants. It was all, don't you remember? Probably when me and you were in our 20s, it seemed like every week there was another bombing at a restaurant or a bar somewhere in the UK.
Yeah, and it is interesting, and I'm sure we've talked about gun rights and things like that, and I just feel like people that say guns kill people, no, people kill people, and they'll find a way no matter what. And it's like saying, oh, forks made me fat,
right?
So yeah, it's we just need to relook at things, though. In that same vein, though, we've had, I think, 438 mass shootings this year in the United States.
That's crazy.
And yeah, and there, Canada with these stabbings, 14 stabbings. That's the worst mass casualty incident or mass murder that they've had in, I don't know what they say, decades.
Mm-hmm. So. I can't remember what country it was, but over the weekend I caught a news story. It was a different country. It escapes my mind right now because it doesn't work very well. But it was a mass shooting in another country. So it's not. I mean, we seem to get the most press coverage for it, and we certainly have more than anywhere else. But it is not a problem that is just an American problem. More sad news. This was heart-wrenching this morning. Watching on the news. Kids going back to school in Ukraine in their bombed out schools.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. And how do you even feel comfortable sending your kid to a school that was already bombed once? Where one of the buildings, half of it's missing. It's just horrible. All
And
right.
to feel safe, I mean, you can't even, how can you learn when you don't feel safe? That
Well,
would,
kids
oh,
going back to school in Uvalde today. How do they go back to school and feel safe? Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess out there.
it
I need
is a
more
mess.
coffee. All right. Another was sad one today. Death of Bed Bath & Beyond Incorporated's chief financial officer. It's been ruled a suicide. Gustavo Arnell, 52, passed away due to suicide. The struggling retailer announced it was closing stores and laying off workers, and apparently too much for him to take.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, very sad. All right, keep moving along. Let's see. I'm hoping for something good. Here you go. President Joe Biden showed his feisty side this morning when a heckler interrupted his speech in Milwaukee. It's not clear what the heckler was yelling about, but Biden responded with a "God love you." As security moved toward the heckler, Biden urged them to back off. Biden said, "Let him go. Look, everybody's entitled to be an idiot." The crowd roared.
I love it. It's your God-given right to be an idiot.
That's right.
Which he
Well.
exercises regularly. Just gonna throw that out there.
All right. Some more idiots. I bet they feel like it today. Shark researchers are accustomed to surprises, but the Atlantic Shark Institute was taken off guard when something resembling an extinct megalodon shark appeared on their sonar. They've actually got pictures of the sonar online, and it does. The megalodon's 50 foot in length. So was this. They had teeth 7 inches long, making them one of the largest carnivores, if not super predators, that have ever lived. Species vanished, about 3.6 million years ago, so the chances that the Shark Institute had actually found one, slim. But when you see the picture of the radar image they had, you can see why. Turns out it was just a massive school of fish in the
wow.
shape of a 50-foot shark.
Wow.
But I could see why they were going, what do we find? Yeah, pretty good picture.
It's like thinking you saw a UFO and it was only like, a weather balloon, right?
Or unless, like me, and it really was a UFO. And other people saw it too. I want to see if I can get the picture of the megalodon for you, for those of you watching online. There you go. You can kind of move this
yeah.
away. Yeah, see, it looks like a giant shark, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Even
it
like
does.
with the dorsal fin and everything. Yeah.
It's one of those moments where you wish you could hear what the animals were thinking, because, like, you hear these fish, here, let's mess with these humans. Ha ha ha.
All right, so now a picture of, let's see if I can get it to go. Oh, it's not gonna. Oh, come on. It's rough doing this on the fly. Now a picture of a land shark. And for those of you just listening on the radio, that was me, land shark.
You don't look like a beer.
I don't look like a beer.
Yeah, there's a land shark beer.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I love that on Saturday Night Live. They'll knock on the door. Who is it? Land shark. A story that could have been very, very sad. Video online this morning showing an amusement park drop tower. Have you ever been to one of those, ladies?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're sitting in the circle and you go up the tower and then it drops you down?
Yep.
Well, this one broke as it dropped
neat.
people.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, 50 people on board per local media. This was, I believe, in India. A video posted on Sunday evening appears to show part of the amusement park ride crashing to the ground with dozens of people on board. The ride was a drop tower attraction that broke at the fair in Mohali, district of the Indian state of Punjab. It malfunctioned around 9:15 in the evening. 15 people injured, but everybody's going to be okay.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Wow.
So a little happy to that. Another sad story this morning, Los Angeles County neighborhood. Seeing bears isn't uncommon for people in the city of Arcadia in Los Angeles County, but a large bear, which neighbors said was irregular in the area, was spotted inside of a backyard around noon yesterday with an arrow sticking out of it. It was tough to see and hear for one of the residents who says when we saw the bear initially laying on the front lawn, it was probably 30 feet from us and was helpless. He said it was on its side, perched its head up, looked around almost as it was asking us for help. He lifted up a paw. He said it was a heart-wrenching. Arrow was probably, he said he couldn't tell how large or how deep it had penetrated, but obviously it was penetrated and the bear was in pain. California Department of Fish and Wildlife told CBS in LA they're not going to do anything about it.
What?
That's what I said. I said, well, if he shows up again, call us.
No.
Boo, boo.
Find him and trank him and get the arrow out. What?
Yeah, and he's from the picture they had of seeing him before, big old bear. It said the bear was probably shot at a local bow hunting area that's permitted in California through the Shared Habitat Alliance for Recreational Enhancement Program.
But it doesn't matter. An injured animal is a danger to, like, in a neighborhood especially, because they're going to be more aggressive if they're injured and they're hurting.
That was their last statement. They'll respond if it appears the bear is going to be a threat to people or pets. Really? Why not just trank it and help it?
Yeah, so they'll show up if they need to kill
dies.
it. If they need to kill it.
Yeah, well.
Oh, humans.
Kill it or help it. All right. I think that's enough. Just the one thing, and I've got to agree with her. It's the loud lady from Wyoming, Liz Cheney. I saw the video myself, and it's Trump screaming about the FBI, that they're vicious monsters. And now January 6th committee members say they've got a new problem, that Trump's calling the FBI vicious monsters at a rally may constitute another attempt at incitement of violence. And I think they should definitely hold him accountable for this.
And there is, his platform, his social media platform, he has been definitely riling up his followers. So let's not try to incite more violence in any of this. So
yeah, whatever happened to the thing is, this is an active case, no comment.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
No comment.
Both sides, no comment.
No comment is not one of his attributes.
It's not an ability he possesses.
No.
All right. There you go. There is my news headlines. Let's move on to bits and breaks this morning with the ladies. The first one, let's see, Michelle, for today's, will you just do the tweet of the week? I find it kind of cute.
Sure will. The
Could
tweet
be,
of the week.
because I've been divorced 3 times, but maybe not.
All right. Well, my ex canceled the Spotify premium I was using, which unfortunately means I am revoking her dad's access to my Disney Plus. Good guy. Hate to see him caught in the crossfire, but
She never thought that through, did she?
No.
All right, Val, will you explain the 4 things that the opposite sex really wants?
Yeah, this will be interesting to see if these are actually what we would choose, right?
right.
Ask almost any woman what she wants out of a relationship, and she'll most likely click off the following list: emotional connection, trust, romance, intelligent conversation, and happiness. And what do men want most in a relationship? Many men would say a good relationship, both in and out of the bedroom, good friendship, dependable behavior, witty banter, and laughter. Now, men may be more vocal about desiring a beautiful partner, while women emphasize the emotional aspects. But men and women would agree that the same components are desirable in a healthy relationship. Here's what both men and women want most from each other. I like this: a sense of comfort. Everyone wants to feel free to be him or herself in a relationship. While there might be some posturing going on to get that first date, ultimately you want to feel comfortable in your own skin around your partner. All
That's
right,
why I can't lie about my height.
Eventually they're going to find
That's
out.
not what.
Yes.
That's not what they mean by posturing, Scott.
Oh, okay. I need some kiss boots. I actually had a lady visiting with her on the phone, and she actually said and I could tell she'd had a few drinks, which was a big turnoff for me, But apparently she caught a buzz before she called me. But she said, "Yeah, I noticed you're really short. It's probably hard for you to get dates, huh?"
Oh, nice. Nice.
With alcohol comes amount of honesty.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right. The next one would be trust. If you're sharing your life with someone, you have to believe that person would never do anything to harm you physically or emotionally. People are often willing to overlook other nagging grievances as long as there is trust.
All right.
All right. Appreciation. No one wants to be taken for granted. What people, both men and women, often say they want most in a relationship is to feel loved and needed.
Aww.
And then, yeah. And that's one thing, Brad and I have been married over 38 years, and that's one thing that we always make sure is we don't really try not to take each other for granted. So if he, goes out to mow the lawn, I always say, "Hey, honey, thanks for mowing the lawn." When I make supper, he thanks me. So we really try to make sure that the other person knows that they're appreciated. So,
For watching you two together for over 30 years, you guys are my heroes. You're
thank
you're
you.
a great example of getting married once and making it work. And at your guys' age, it's too late to start over.
That's right. Brad always says, if we ever got divorced, both of us would have to go back to work. And I'm like,
I don't do it.
Well, no. He goes, "We couldn't support two households." And I said, "Well, of course not, but you can go live with your mom."
Oh, taking the house, buddy.
Exactly. All right. And finally, inspiration to be a better person. It's often not enough just to be loved. People generally want a partner who inspires them to be great.
Yeah, if you're putting them down and making fun of them in any way, you are on a path to disaster.
Yep.
All right. Popping into Facebook real quick. Good morning from Matt Parrish, who says, "Outlaw pop rocks, and only outlaws will have pop rocks." Apparently he's talking about the gun stuff. Christopher stepping in with a good day. And Carrie says, "Good morning, Valerie Hunter."
Oh,
Must be
is
your friend.
that oh, it is Carrie. Okay. I know which Carrie it is now. Thank you.
Carrie Levin. All right, there you go.
Good morning, Carrie.
All right, thank you guys for all logging on watching. You're going to get the benefit, and I'll just go ahead and do it now, since we know there are a few people watching. And I'm going to go ahead and roll out Sir Patrick Stewart. So one of my favorite actors, because I'm a sci-fi geek, so whether, of course, it was Star Trek The Next Generation. No yawning, Michelle.
I'm sorry.
I saw
So
that. It's a
tired.
delay from the video, but I saw you yawned while I was talking.
It's usually me who yawns when you're talking.
I know. So rude. Go ahead. I'm just kidding. You take a little nap and put your head on the counter. Rest a little bit. But anyways, the X-Men, of course, he's a Shakespearean-trained actor. And a few years back, the Queen knighted him. So he is Sir Patrick Stewart, an actual knight. And I think that's cool because he's got a phaser. So anyways, I'm going to pop this up. So this is, I don't know what prompted him to do it. Maybe it's because all the famous Star Trek people from the original series, at least Kirk and Spock, both did albums that were absolutely horrible. So I'm thinking maybe he thought, hey, to keep this tradition alive, I should probably do a record that is absolutely horrible. So we're going to play a little bit of this. It's Patrick Stewart's Cowboy Classics, done in the old, I can't remember, KTEL Records. Remember that? The commercials that would come on TV? It's KTEL Records, 20 of your favorite hits. So let's check this out.
Lives and Times Records and Tapes proudly presents Sir Patrick Stewart's Cowboy Classics.
Keep rolling, 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 though the streams are swollen. Keep them doggies rolling, rawhide. Through rain and wind and weather, hell-bent for leather, wishing my gal was by my side. Cut 'em out, ride 'em in, ride 'em in, let 'em out, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide.
known as England's premier cowboy singer, Sir Stuart now brings his music stateside in this amazing collection.
Let's vamoose where gals keep using those silks and satins and linen that shows, and you're mine in buttons and bows.
Sometimes it takes an Englishman to teach us what's great about being an American.
Me land, lots of land, and the starry skies above. Don't
Some pretty amazing green screen going on here. Wow.
Can you hear that reverb in the canyon?
7 smash singles that have made Patrick Stewart Britain's most beloved cowboy crooner.
Cowboy all wrapped in white linen, wrapped in white linen, and cold as the clay.
Oh.
Ghost riders in the sky.
This volume set transports you back to a time.
Look at the stare.
The intensity.
King.
Oh, I'm crying. I'm crying. Oh.
Bowman will be your new home.
With his Royal Shakespeare training, Sir Stuart can jump into character and paint a picture like no other.
I took the law and wore a star while he spread terror near and far. With lead and blood, he gained such fame. All through the West, they feared the name of Ringo.
My goodness.
And you think it's over. This is the great part.
Wait, that's not all. At now and you'll also receive Songs for Lonesome Lovers, Cowboy Pat's glorious collection of timeless ballads. Songs like this interracial jam.
South of the border, down Mexico way.
I like how they said interracial jam.
Forget this race.
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl.
Is that enough?
Now, the best part about all this, ladies, is you can actually buy the CD.
Oh,
Not
man.
a joke. It's actually out there, and you can buy Sir Patrick Stewart's country classics. I don't know how they got him to do it, but
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
It is so funny.
You
I
have
think
I
to,
want.
sorry, Michelle.
you have to send me the link to that video because I have to show that to my mother. I have to show that to my mom. She is gonna die laughing.
I don't want the CD collection. I want the video because that's what makes it so fun.
The looks on his face and him
Oh
staring
my
at the
gosh,
camera.
he's
Yeah,
so
it's amazing.
intense. Like I wonder if it's like I wonder if he ever had like an actual desire to be a singer, or if he was coached on that, because that the intensity in that. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
If you were a fan of the Next Generation, Star Trek, in that 5 years, there were several episodes where he did sing. So you know, and-
honestly, like his voice is good. It's
Yeah.
just really weird to see him do that.
all of the different roles he's done, and I never thought of him as like comedic actor.
No, he's so because everything he does is like really classy. Even though he's playing, you know, he's really been into science fiction after he got out of theater. And those are all the roles that he always takes are science fiction, except for some comedy. He's done a bunch of comedy on Family Guy. But yeah, it's amazing to see somebody who's always so classy do something like that. I really enjoyed it. So
He did a commercial, wasn't it? Kind of pandemic time. Was it an Uber Eats one or something like that? It was something along that. It was like a food delivery service, and I'm pretty sure he did one of those that was really funny.
all right, I've got another one here. It's toys your kids probably shouldn't have. This is one I grew up with. Sedentary Sam in action figure. It's like a doll, but it only lays down. Sedentary Sam.
Oh,
Always.
there's
The
so
eyes are
many
always
things that
closed.
could be, so many things that could be said right now, but so many
Watch
things.
it. Watch it. All right. For the girls, the Easy Bake tanning bed.
Oh. All right.
Rhoda the Exploda doll, also for the girls. I don't know why there's so many for the girls here. Here's Tough Girls Razor Wire Jump Rope.
Oh my goodness.
That's when you're training for roller derby.
That's right. It keeps you from making mistakes. The little Kobayashi's competitive speed eating training kit.
Oh. Oh, no.
And for the boys, Rooftop Rangers, my first parachute. And last one here for the girls. It doesn't have to be for the girls, but be careful because her name's Jaggedy Ann.
Oh, who came up with that?
I don't know. I stole it off the internet because it was funny. And we're back to Michelle for the most ridiculous things you've had to explain to another adult.
All right. Okay. So, seriously stupid questions. Why doesn't the kite just fly away? 'Cause there's a string on it.
Oh.
Geography is important.
Mm-hmm.
But this lady thought islands floated like big rubber boats.
They don't?
Apparently not.
Oh. I do.
I wonder what they use for an anchor.
Tree roots. Makes sense.
Although I'm not completely innocent. My husband had to explain to me recently that South Africa is not, in fact, just the south of Africa. It is an entire whole other country by itself.
Oops.
Sorry.
Oh.
I did not know. My friend asked me the other day what Mick Jagger's first name is. I said, Mick. My friend says, his name is Mick Jagger?
Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger.
And no, you cannot order that in a drive-thru.
Give me a little something with hair on it.
Ew.
And a huge mouth.
Yeah. A hamburger so big you can't get it in your mouth. It's the new Mick Jagger.
So big it has to eat itself.
All right.
Oh,
We need something spooky now. All right. I think we need to. Years ago, we used to do the Ask the Magic 8 Ball. And I think we should bring that back for Val.
Yes.
Yeah, where you could be like a clairvoyant. Me and Michelle could ask you questions that are really important. But right now, for Val, decoding your dreams.
Well, this one fits perfectly for me because for years I had a dream group. We met every week. We recorded our dreams and we helped each other decipher them.
Neat.
So, yeah. So that was always fun.
Hold on. Hippies.
We were and are hippie chicks for sure, all the way.
All right.
All right. The first one, if you have a car in your dream, vehicles and dreams represent your body and identity. If the car is in good shape, it shows you take care of yourself. If the car needs repair, then so do you. If your car is being worked on, this suggests that you're undergoing a life overhaul.
If your car's always going fast.
You're going way too fast.
Okay.
A celebrity, a star in a dream symbolizes power, influence, glamour, and a desire to stroll down the red carpet of life. Because every character in your dream represents you, the qualities of the celebrity and the role she plays in your dream reveal an aspect of yourself.
So if I'm dreaming about Taylor Swift, what does that say?
You like to flip your hair around.
Okay.
Falling. Dreams of falling let you know that you're feeling overwhelmed. These dreams symbolize a feeling of loss of control, lack of confidence, and losing your way.
Worst falling dream, anybody?
I haven't had a falling dream in years and years and years. So thanks. I'm going to have one now.
So when I was a kid, Val did this joke to me, that one, it's repeat, Pete and repeat, went down to the river, Pete fell off the bridge, and who lived?
Repeat. Yeah.
And then you do it again and again. Ever since Val did that to me, I have a dream of falling off a bridge, and it just keeps repeating.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry, brother.
That's right. It stuck with me since I was like 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I know. I could be over-exaggerating, but maybe not.
Maybe not. If you dream of fire, it represents change, transformation, passion, love, sexuality, energy, and destruction. This dream also represents energy that feels out of control and foreshadows a major change coming in your life. Flying dreams. These dreams represent joy, feeling light, confidence, creativity, independence, and awareness of a higher perspective. You're free from physical constraints as you connect with your true spiritual essence and access your true potential.
Ooh.
Like that.
Sex dreams, they symbolize your desire, creativity, and passion. They help you to fulfill your unsatisfied or secret attractions, longings, and desires.
I got a question.
And, yes.
I got a question on that one, Val.
Yeah, baby.
That's it.
That's more of a statement than a question.
Yeah.
Teeth, finally. Dreams about teeth have to do with communication issues and your ability to chew on what you've learned throughout the day. Dreams of losing your teeth suggest feelings of insecurity, powerlessness, financial stress, or loss.
Interesting.
Wow.
I heard
One thing that... Go ahead, Michelle.
I heard there's a lot of like Native American beliefs around dreams too, and one of the ones that I heard about teeth, when you lose your teeth, can mean that someone close to you in your close family is sick or something is wrong with them.
Ooh.
Interesting.
So when we did our dream group, and I think you can do these generalizations of what these different things mean, but if I think of cats as being the most wonderful creatures in the world, and you're terrified of cats, when they show up in our dreams, it has a totally different connotation. So we always, when we did dream group, is like, what does this mean to you? Do you see dogs as representing loyalty and all of that, or do you see dogs as somebody who's going to bite you? So it always depends on how you view those aspects of your dream. What can you, so our deal was always, give me 4 words for that. Give me 4 words for dog. What does it mean to you?
Right.
And then you build upon that in your interpretation of your dream. So
I went for years without dreaming because my sleep patterns were so messed up. Moving to Maine has fixed that for me. I'm getting a lot better sleep because Michelle's doing all the work. How's your sleep pattern, Michelle?
Yeah, don't yell at me for yawning anymore.
Okay, that's why she's no.
have some compassion.
So I started dreaming again, but I keep having dreams where I'm running. Is that because I'm not doing enough?
So, I mean, what does running mean to you? Does it mean you're getting yourself in shape? Does it feel like you're running away? I mean,
Feels like I'm running away.
Context?
Yeah, I'm in trouble. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so do you feel like possibly, if it were my dream, I would worry that there would be a part of me that felt like you were running away from the responsibilities of the radio station. And if there's guilt around that.
Oh, good.
So,
yeah.
So if it were my dream, I'd look at that aspect of it.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
What if I don't want to look at that aspect of it?
Then tell us, say, no, that doesn't feel right to me, Val.
No, Michelle, I'm not moving back.
No vacations in my future then. Gotcha.
I'll cover for you. You can go on vacation. I'll cover programming for you from here. I can do that. All right. Although when I used to go on vacation, Michelle, I would have to work, get this, because you know what it's like, especially with the programming. I'd have to work at least 2 weeks ahead, which is really difficult.
It is, especially when some of the programming doesn't come in until like the day of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fortune cookie fails. All right. These are bad fortune cookies. I think it was a couple Tuesdays ago we were talking about fortune cookies, wasn't it?
I think so.
And Michelle had a bad one.
Yeah, it was actually a joke that my father used to play on me when I was a child. we would go out to Chinese food and we'd all get our cookies at the end of it. And he'd be like, "Oh no, Missy!" And I'm like, "What is my fortune? It says, 'Help, help! I'm being held prisoner in a Chinese cookie making factory.'"
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so mine was, I actually got it. It said, life is a bumpy road and you're someone who should wear a seatbelt.
Oh.
Here's some good ones, too. Say what?
So does that mean you're fragile?
I think so. Like Humpty Dumpty.
I thought it was more like crash test dummy thing.
Oh, no, Val. That's all for you. I think you have more slip and fall accidents, don't you, sister?
Oh, I'm more likely to burn myself, slam a finger in a drawer, stuff like that.
Are you sure? Because I heard this about you.
Perhaps one day you can be a crash test dummy.
And I think that's actually crash test, comma, dummy.
I did manage at one point to fall upstairs and break my nose.
Oh my gosh. Ouch.
Gravity, strange thing.
Strange thing.
More fortune cookie fails. You laugh now. Wait till you get home.
Something got lost in translation there, I'm thinking, right?
Fortune not found. Abort, retry, fail? About time I got out of this cookie.
Yeah.
Like your dad.
That's funny.
Now would be a good time to take up a new sport. Come back later. I'm sleeping.
Nice.
Oh.
All right, this is a tough one. Your resemblance to a Muppet will prevent the world from taking you seriously.
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
And this morning I was thinking, I wish I would have listened to this one yesterday. Next time, order the shrimp.
I think it's more apt to be next time, don't order the shrimp.
Don't order the shrimp.
That's pretty good.
All right, ladies, put on your thinking caps. Here we go.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Immediately. All right. What do the words, first trivia question, what do the words boycott, jacuzzi, maverick, Oscar, and sandwich have in common?
Oh, boy.
They
radio silence.
2-syllable words with the same vowel sounds in each place.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
All right. One more time, the words, please.
The words, please. Boycott,
Oh.
jacuzzi, maverick, Oscar, and sandwich. What do they have in common? Focus on the sandwich, maybe.
Oh, goodness. Maverick and sandwich. I have no idea.
Answer the question.
They are all names of people that became regular words. Okay? Boycott was named for Charles C. Boycott, an English land agent. Jacuzzi, named for Roy Candido Jacuzzi. American inventors, let's see, Roy and Candido Jacuzzi, who were American inventors. That makes more sense. Maverick was named for Samuel Augustus Maverick, a Texas cattle owner. Oscar was named for Oscar Pierce, an American wheat and fruit grower, and uncle of an Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences executive director. And Sandwich, John Montague, the fourth Earl of Sandwich, an English diplomat.
Didn't he discover, he called them the Sandwich Islands?
Sandwich Islands, that's right.
Hawaii.
You can't
Or
drive
Hawaii, right?
there on a boat. They always stop, drop anchor, and eat sandwiches. It's not true.
All right.
It's not
No.
true.
It's no true.
Yeah.
It's no true.
I've done this one before. We'll see if you ladies remember. What's black when you buy it, red when you use it, and gray when you throw it away?
I remember this one.
Then go ahead.
Barbecue briquettes.
Oh, she's right. Barbecue briquettes.
Oh.
You know why I remember this one?
Why?
My husband was listening to the show that day, and I got chastised when I got home. How did you not know that? I'm
Excellent.
like, you're the one that
now
grills.
you will never forget.
Yeah.
This is what he had to say to her.
When I think of the time and the money I've wasted on your training, and you still turn out to be a blithering idiot, you're an utter failure. You make me sick.
No, it wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad at all.
No.
Trick question. If a plane crashes on the border of the United States and Mexico, where would the survivors be buried?
Well, survivors wouldn't be buried.
Excellent deduction, Val. All right. So disappointed you caught on. It takes 6 gallons of water to make one of these, which you use multiple times a day. 6 gallons of water to make one of these, which you use multiple times a day.
6 gallons of water to make one of these. Oh, goodness. And we use it multiple times a day.
Mm-hmm.
The flushing of the toilet.
Oh, you're like on fire. You're like on
Oh,
fire.
really?
Not the right answer, but you're really warm.
And really warm.
Super warm.
Okay.
Filling the hot water tank?
Nope.
Oh. Now that I'm warm, I'm going to, I don't know
6
what's going to
gallons of
happen.
water to make one of these, which you use multiple times a day, and you're sitting on the toilet.
Well.
Oh, now I'm totally confused. You'd think that would have got me to the answer, but no. It just made it worse.
Wow.
No, you got the wrong number. This is 912.
A roll of toilet paper.
How?
I said you're sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, I know, but it was like 6 gallons of water to make one of
one
these.
roll
So
of toilet paper. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
my gosh.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
We're going to have to change it up and go back to catalogs.
Or buy a bidet.
Why don't we just use phone books? We never touch them anyways.
So, since you brought up the bidet,
Oh,
helpful hint for anyone that has never used one. The first,
Don't put it on high.
the first time you use one, just remember that only cold water is run to the toilet.
Oh, you can get a fancy one. Heat that up.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, don't turn it up.
So if
full
you
blast.
thought you were done going at that point and the cold water hit you,
I gotta go
you
again.
realize that you really weren't done.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are creeping me out big time. There are around 480,000 of these in the United States. You use multiple ones every day, but never think about it.
Okay, one more time.
This is going to be impossible. There are around 480,000 of these in the United States. You use multiple ones every day if you're traveling around, but never think about it.
Well, like stop signs or traffic signals or...
Traffic signals would be an okay guess, but that's not it.
Use them when you're traveling around, but never think about it.
Yep.
Oh, goodness. Any other hints you can give us?
You're bouncing from all right,
A
you're
to
in Deer
B.
Park. You're in Deer Park. Then you're in
Okay.
Spokane. Now you're out in the valley. And you're in your car.
Highways?
No, that's another good guess though. Something in your car is causing this.
Your
You
stress?
just-
I was going to say your tires, but
No, it's electronic.
oh.
GPS?
You're super hot. And I mean that as a compliment. I'm all creeped out. Scott told me I was super hot today on the radio. Then he said the same thing to his sister.
We're just not doing very well today because I am just not getting this at all.
No,
You're
I give you so
bouncing
many good
around.
hints, too. How about this?
I know.
I'll give you one last chance to prove you're not a moron.
Wait. Radio channels?
Oh, you're even hotter, Michelle. You guys are just on fire.
My gosh.
You're bouncing around.
Frequencies?
You're in your car. It has to do with electronics. What did you say?
Frequencies?
No. There's 480,000 of these around the United States.
Radio stations.
This piece of electronics would not work if it wasn't for those.
Radio stations.
Your radios?
No.
Your
Satellites.
No.
I don't know. Just
Cell phone towers.
Oh.
Cell phone towers. Now do the hints make sense?
Yeah.
Bouncing around. Okay. I tried really, really hard. I think I tried so hard, I deserve a round of applause.
I think so.
You get the point on that one.
Thank you very much. You guys want to go to Brank now, don't you? But you can't. KCHW Chihuahua.
He wants to continue to humiliate us. He's not going to let us go yet.
Oh. Portland, bourbon, Gallica, hybrid tea, and Alba are all classifications of what?
All right. Alba. I have to write these down sometimes.
Hybrid tea.
Beverages?
Gallica, which is Gallica, bourbon, and Portland.
They're all different varieties of cannabis.
They are all different varieties of a plant.
Of a plant. Okay. What was the tea one again?
Hybrid
tea.
Hybrid tea.
I've never heard of tea.
Roses?
I was going to say roses.
Roses.
Too.
There you go, Michelle, coming in with the sneak attack. Whoa.
I liked my guess better.
Cannabis.
They're all flowers, right?
Can I get some bourbon cannabis? Tastes horrible. All right, new one of these come off the assembly line about every 90 seconds. It's a vehicle.
Oh, no, so we have to be a specific type of vehicle.
Specific type of vehicle. I even want to know the brand.
Really?
New one of these comes off the assembly line every 90 seconds.
Okay.
If you look at the roads if you look at the roads today, I'd have to guess a Tesla.
That's true. It is not a Tesla.
A Subaru something.
No, ma'am. Afraid to give you a hint. All the hints I'm coming up with in my head are make it too obvious.
So is it an SUV?
No.
Is it a Prius?
No. New one of these comes off the assembly line about every 90 seconds.
Ford F-150.
Guys love them.
Oh, is it a motorcycle?
You're hot.
All right. Guys.
Snowmobile or quad?
No, I said you're hot. It is a motorcycle. The sound that this motorcycle makes.
Harley Davidson.
I was getting my hint. The only hint I could come up with is they sound like this. Blappity, 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 blap.
That's a lot of Harleys coming off the assembly
line. That is. A new one of them come off the assembly line every 90 seconds. I could have slowed down from COVID. This could be some outdated stats, maybe. All right. Let's see. KCHW Chihuahua. We're telling you that 1 in 3 adults say they've had a dream about this food.
Pizza.
Pizza is absolutely correct.
Really? Wow. People
I
dream
thought
about
pizza made you dream, but not dream about pizza. For every $20,000 increase in a person's income, this increases 1/6 of an inch. And it's not your belt. What is it?
Oh, I was going to say ego, but that's way more than that.
And that doesn't really, because I'm poor and my head's huge.
So your hair?
Your hair? From getting rich? No, that would not be correct.
It increases 1/6 of an inch.
Yes. Let's see if I can give myself a giant head. Oh, I can. Look at that.
Your fingernails.
Why would your fingernails get 1/6 of an inch bigger?
Because you can afford to grow them out and, have somebody trim them for you.
Okay, well, you're using your mind, but not very well. Okay.
Oh, you know what? You need to sit on the other side of this one day.
No, I'm horrible.
Smart Alec.
That's why I'm the MC.
Jerk.
Think of the extra money. For every $20,000 increase in a person's income, this increases a 1/6 of an inch. Think of that extra money.
Wallet?
Your wallet. There you go, Michelle.
Oh, wow.
Good job.
Wow, that is a good one.
That was a tough one, ladies and gentlemen. All right, looks like you guys are so lucky. It looks like that was... No, one more. It said that for every person... I thought there was another one. I like this one, too. All right. It said that for every person in New York City, there is one of these. So for every person in New York, there's one of these in the city as well. One for every person. And they're not guns.
A Starbucks.
And it is not. It is not a Starbucks.
Oh.
A pigeon.
Ooh. Yeah, you're getting warmer.
A rat.
A rat. That's right. Good job.
Oh, Jiminy.
Pigeons are just rats with wings.
That's right. That's why I said you were getting warm.
Have you ever been to New York City?
I have not.
No. I was there in the late 90s, and I spent a week on Manhattan Island, and the entire time that I was there, they were having a huge garbage strike. So, they were also doing a lot of remodeling, so there's these scaffoldings everywhere. And every single place you went, it smelled like pizza because they hadn't picked up the trash in, forever. And, yeah, I saw a lot of rats.
A lot of rats, and those just weren't the politicians.
Right. Well, they're almost the same size.
Hey, that deserves this. And when we come back, we'll have local birthdays. We'll even catch up from yesterday since we weren't here, see if we had any birthdays on Labor Day. We'll have birthdays. We've got some other news stories. Plus, we always end the show with odd news, a little bit of history, and, of course, today's goofy event. Stick around. It's Northern Lights Public Radio and your morning show.
You're listening to 102.7 KCHW Chewila.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast for September the 6th, 2022. I'm Mike Clifford. A small town in New York faces water infrastructure issues that are similar to the ones making national headlines when you head down to Jackson, Mississippi.
Mount Vernon has had water infrastructure problems for decades, and in 2020, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York slapped the city with a permanent injunction for not addressing sewage discharge issues and for violating EPA administrative notices. According to Dr. Adrian Hollis, who oversees environmental justice at the National Wildlife Federation, the city's sewer system has gone without significant investment for too long.
In the past 3 years alone, they've had over 900 sewer backups. I think it's just a matter of time. You have clay sewer pipes that are designed in 3-foot sections and they're breaking. So I think we're going to see this in Mount Vernon and in a bunch of other cities where infrastructure hasn't gotten the attention that it so badly needs.
According to a National Wildlife Federation report, cost estimates for upgrading the aging sewer system are from $125 million to $200 million. I'm Edwin J. Vieira.
Voting is one way to play a pivotal role in Florida's electoral process. Another is by being a poll worker.
There is an ongoing need for election poll workers, just like the people you've seen taking your ballots during the August 23rd primary elections. From verifying someone is a registered voter to providing instructions on how to properly cast a vote. Linnell Philman with the League of Women Voters Jacksonville First Coast says her experience as a poll worker is seeing how often county supervisors, including hers in Duval County, have to train and prepare each worker for the job.
Even those of us who just worked on August 23rd, if we're going to be poll workers for early voting or election day in November, we will actually go through training once again. You just want to make sure that anything that may have changed with Florida statutes or voting laws or election processes, that we're up to date on that.
I'm Tremel Gomes.
Poll workers in Florida are chosen to work a specific election by their availability, skills, and their willingness to travel. A federal judge intervened Monday in the investigation of former President Donald Trump's handling of sensitive government records, ordering the appointment of an independent arbiter to review a trove of materials seized last month. That from the New York Times. They report the judge, Eileen Cannon, also temporarily barred the Justice Department from using the seized materials for any investigative purpose connected to its inquiry of Trump until the work of the arbiter, also known as a special master, was completed. This is PNS. The biggest obstacle facing indigenous students in Nebraska completing college degrees is the cost.
Angelique Albert with the Native Forward Scholars Fund says the data show that scholarship providers have a role to play to shield Native students from taking on so much debt. Jobs that pay enough to repay loans and support a family are in short supply.
And when you look at that college-going experience for our Native students, most of them leave college with debt. How do you set yourself up for success when you have such staggering debt?
The report's recommendations include continued investment by governments and the private sector in scholarship organizations such as Native Forward, tuition support, and supportive partnerships. For example, Colorado, Kansas, Minnesota, Montana, and South Dakota now offer tuition waiver programs to Native American students from any state. I'm Eric Galatis.
The effects of climate change, including droughts and destructive storms, have been visible across Iowa in recent years.
The Iowa legislature reconvenes in January. Before that happens, groups like the Center for Rural Affairs want recommendations to address climate change around the state. And Democratic Representative Chuck Eisenhart of Dubuque joined the request for an interim committee to study the matter before next session. He notes a panel with the National Conference of State Legislatures just adopted a climate change directive, and that should spur more action.
The states are seeing that climate change is unfortunately here to stay, and we need to start taking it more seriously.
The Legislative Council, which approves interim committees, recently met and did not include the request in its agenda. Eisenhart says outcomes from the upcoming midterm election could play a role in sparking more conversation. It's been more than a decade since Iowa government broadly looked at climate change. Recently, GOP Governor Kim Reynolds has focused on carbon sequestration. I'm Mike Moen.
Finally, Mary Sherman tells us the EPA is proposing a rule that would designate two forever chemicals as dangerous.
PFOA and PFOS are PFAS chemicals which are used in common products such as nonstick coatings, food packaging, and firefighting foam. They linger in the environment and are linked to increased cancers and other health disorders. Tony Spaniola owns property in Oscoda, near the former Wurtsmith Air Force Base, where PFAS contamination was first reported in 2010. He says the proposed rule would create a federal standard for PFAS cleanup.
It's important to create financial incentives for polluters to clean up the problem and to also address the economic harms that they've literally dumped on our community.
According to the Michigan PFAS Action Response Team, there are 228 sites contaminated with PFAS in the state.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported, heard on great radio stations, your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Over 20 different genres of music each week. You're listening to the Music Education Station, Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7. Your KCHW morning show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County. And we're back. It's KCHW 102.7, looking at 8:35. Thanks for being with us for the morning show. As we went to break, I saw something pop up in the chat box. I don't know if it was Michelle or somebody else, but it said it looked like Val was setting off the bat signal. So, Val, can you move your head to the left a little bit? Oh, it's gone. All right. Something maybe when you moved, it looked like a bat signal on the wall. So I just wanted to say I'm ready.
Oh, wait. Watch it a minute. I'm going to move out of the way. It does come up as a bat. Oh,
not anymore. You ruined it.
You got to move your chair.
Oh.
And another benefit for watching online. No, sir.
Oh.
No, sir. No, sir. All right.
Instead, we get your face with a bat helmet on.
I just wanted to be ready. If you guys needed Batman, I was just saying he's here. So. Do you prefer me in the pink wig?
Oh, well, go for the pink wig.
Well, I like this one too. It's my cat hat.
Oh, always attractive.
Always attractive.
Always.
Usually, I like to go out that one dates. Yep. And then sometimes I can do. How about that? Is that a pretty good beard for Scott? Look at that. This is what I would look like with a beard.
Oh, interesting. You should trim it up a little bit better.
Yeah, it's kind of rough, isn't it? All right. Enough fun with video effects. Let's roll into some local birthdays, and for that, we'll go to Michelle Williams.
All right. I'm going to start off with yesterday. Happy birthday, belated, for Labor Day, September 5th, to Ben Kersey, Keel Smith, and a happy anniversary to Michael and Lillian Smith. And happy birthday today, September 6th, to Blakey Manis, Finn Tereski, Cameron Deal, and Cassie Brighter. Also, it is a happy sweet 16 to my daughter, Charlie Shira.
No way.
Yeah.
All right, 16.
All right, applause all the way around. If you see him around town, point and laugh, tell him we were talking about him on the radio, especially the kid.
Definitely.
Because that'd be so traumatic for a 16-year-old girl. They weren't talking about me on the radio. Nobody will tell me what they said. All right. Ron checking in this morning from Port Townsend. All right. Wow.
Ron gets around.
He does. It's like every day when he logs into the show, he's somewhere different. But he is very loyal. So, round of applause. And I like what he said. I think I might have mentioned. He said, it's not. I would listen to the show, not just because you're my friend. He goes, I thought about it, and I would listen to your show even if I didn't know you. So, extra round of applause. I don't know why or what's wrong with him, but we like it.
Another soulmate with a warped sense of humor.
Yes.
I guess. Wow. All right, on to celebrity birthdays. Val, you got a few of them for us?
I do have a few. This would be Joanne Worley from Rowan and Martin's Laughin'. She is 86 years old. Wow. Swooshy Kurtz from Mike and Molly, and Emmy for Carol and Company is 78.
I've had a problem with her because I saw her in an interview one time, and she was saying how people shouldn't get into acting because there were so many good actors like her that couldn't get jobs.
Wow.
Can't handle a little competition, huh?
No.
You need that sound effect that goes, wow.
Wow.
All I have to say is, wow.
And backing up, Rowan and Martin's Laughin', I believe, is on Amazon. And if you don't remember that from your childhood or you've never saw it, it's still funny. It's still hilarious. Yeah, it's very good.
Humor that goes through the ages, huh?
It's very good. I was really, maybe it's just because I'm a little, old, but I was really, really surprised.
All right, Jane Curtin. Wow. She's nicknamed the Queen of Deadpan. Of course, we all love her from SNL and Third Rock from the Sun, and she is 75 years old today.
All right.
Wow. All right. Jeff Foxworthy, 64. Michael Winslow, who played Larval Jones in Police Academy films, is 64 as well. News correspondent Elizabeth Vargas is 60. Idris Elba, Be Still My Heart from Marvel movies, Star Trek Beyond, and The Suicide Squad is 50 years old today.
He scares me. It looks like he's always mad. Or he's going to beat somebody up. You find that cool, huh?
He's one fine-looking man.
All right.
Justin Wallen from Lois and Clark is 48. Naomi Harris, she is in James Bond movies and Pirates of the Caribbean movies, is 46 years old today. Pippa Middleton is 39. And finally, Lauren Lapkus from The Wrong Missy and Orange is the New Black is 37.
Wow. All right. Here is a clip from Laugh-In.
The ugly people know who they are.
See, I love it.
You have a face for radio, Scott.
Thank you very much. I've got another one. It's Sonny Bono, and he's talking about that he should have stopped trying to smoke that cantaloupe. All right, you got to watch the show. It's funny stuff from the 70s. It's very cool. All right, it happened today. It's history, and we're going to start off in 1970 because nothing on September 6th happened of any importance before 1970. It's true, because on 1970, Jimi Hendrix played what turned out to be his last performance ever at the Love and Peace Festival on the Isle of Fehmarn in Germany. All right, very cool. It's too bad it was his last concert, though. 1991, the name St. Petersburg was restored to Russia's second largest city, which had been named Leningrad in 1924. And that's the way everyone says Leningrad. Let's see, 1995, Cal Ripken Jr. broke Lou Gehrig's record of 2,130 consecutive Major League Baseball games played at Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland. Sad one in 1997, funeral of Diana, Princess of Wales on this date at Westminster Abbey, and it drew a huge crowd. All right. In 2007, an Oregon woman was arrested and charged with arson and burglary after police say she set fire to the home of a neighbor she thought had stolen her keys.
Wow. My goodness.
All right. 2020, a strain of bacteria nicknamed Conan the Bacterium. Conan the Bacterium survived 3 years attached to the International Space Station in open space.
You know, that is the start of a lot of sci-fi movies right there.
Wow, I didn't know we had bacteria living in the coldness of space and then coming down to Earth and starting a talk show.
Right. Spreading.
And let's see, 2020, Los Angeles County, California reported its highest ever temperature of 121 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow.
Ooh.
Special events, we go to Michelle.
Yes. I don't know how special it is, but today is Barbie Doll Day. Fight Procrastination Day. Coffee Ice Cream Day.
I'm going to put off punching you till later.
Right. Read a Book Day and Stillbirth Remembrance Day.
All right. I would venture to guess I've played more Barbies than most guys.
With daughters? Yeah, I imagine you probably have.
Yeah, two girls.
You probably have.
Yeah, 2 girls, single dad for one of them. I played a lot of Barbies. But my youngest did tell me one time, I said, why don't you ever ask Mom to play Barbies? And she said, because you're better.
Oh, that's good.
Alrighty then. The thing that was cute is she had the 3-story Barbie house with the elevator, and sometimes Mooch the cat would get in it. And there was a couple times we were playing Barbies, and we pretended Mooch the cat was actually a dinosaur attacking the Barbie house.
Yes. Love that.
Yes.
Godzilla.
Yes, and that's why I'm better.
Neener.
All right, number of the day, we go to Val.
Okay, that would be 2050. It's the year when the United Nations predicts the worldwide gender ratio will be equal, 100 males for every 100 females. Overall, in 2025, the global sex ratio is going to be 100.9 males per 100 females. So a slight edge of men over women.
I hate this news. This is
how-
the worst news I've ever heard.
How can they even tell anymore?
I'm not sure
Everybody
what you meant
gets
by that, but that's
well,
funny.
Everybody gets to switch now. So, like, how can they even predict that?
All I know is I want it to be, because I'm short, and short guys have a hard time getting dates, I want it to be lopsided, the other way.
You want more women around.
Yes. It's horrible. It's horrible. Because it used to be a thing that there was more women than men. You think there's any place on the planet there's more women than men?
Amazonia.
That's what I was going to say. But they're all twice your height.
I do like Wonder Woman.
Hello, people, hear the song that we're singing. Come on, get happy.
All right, thank you. I feel so much better. All right, we are looking at 8:46 if you have to be somewhere. And if not, we're going to do this.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
If you can't enjoy the show, please at least try to enjoy the show. And here we go. It's your news attack. First part true, second part bad joke, and Michelle's kicking it off.
Yay!
Yay!
I hear President Biden had a busy Labor Day. He labored to get out of bed, labored to take a bath, labored to remember that he was the president and not Nancy Pelosi's eyebrows, labored to find the TV remote.
Oh, wow. That's so harsh, Michelle. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
leave
leave
that
me
right there.
alone. I'm 100 years old. I'm done.
Don't be an Adolf Hitler.
Sorry.
No,
Val.
you're not.
No, I'm not.
A study found that people with purple bedrooms have the most active sex lives. And how can you spot a person with the least active sex life? 4 words for you. Star Wars action figures.
Well, on that note, I should probably show the Star Wars poster on my wall. And, of course, the second Star Wars poster on the back wall. And then if you look at the window, there is a tiny little Star Wars ship in the window. So what's that say about me?
Well, I said it all at the beginning.
I was going to say, I think you just confirmed what she said.
It's true. That whole thing was true. Even the joke.
Sad but true.
Sad but true. I'll file that one away. 9-year-old math whiz in China enrolled in college. He might be good at math, but he won't do so well at his first frat party.
Oh, my Lanta.
Back to the top.
Okay. A Romanian man holds the weird record of being hit by a car 5 times. This guy has been in so many accidents, his personal injury lawyer named all of his kids after him.
You can dodge a wrench, but you can't dodge a car.
Evidently.
Yeah.
Some say the most likely cause of World War III will be artificial intelligence. Again, sci-fi movies have already predicted this. For example, General Alexa ordering the assassination of Prime Minister Siri.
Oh boy.
Possible. All right, study
She thought
found.
we asked her to play some music last night. I'm like, there was no part of this that asked you to play music. I don't know what you heard or what you thought you heard. But I did not ask you to start playing that radio station.
And she started playing it?
Yeah. It was, Brad was talking on the phone. There was no Alexa mentioned. There was no
You should
play
ask her.
music mentioned.
You should ask her if she can hear the neighbors talking.
She read the mind of the cat. Something, I don't know.
All right, here's a new study, and it found you'll drink more alcohol if the glass is curved rather than straight. You can start off with a straight glass, but if you drink enough, you'd swear it was curved.
It tips over like it was curved.
Yeah, exactly. It's back to Michelle.
Because of their support for Ukraine, Russia has banned a number of famous people from ever visiting, including Sean Penn and Ben Stiller. However, Ben Stiller was actually banned from Russia because they saw his acting in Hubie Halloween.
That was the stupidest movie ever. Oh, and there have been some stupid ones by Adam Sandler, but that topped the cake.
I think the reason they won't let Ben Stiller in is because he's Jewish, and now they think all Jews are Nazis. So
wait a minute.
Messed up.
Wait a minute.
That
I know.
doesn't
It makes
seem
no
to make
sense.
Do they have history books in Russia?
Apparently, you're not allowed to read them, or they burn them all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. On to the world of wacky but true, and my sister Val gets to kick it off today.
All right, a woman on a subway in China suffered injuries after another passenger's insulated bottle carrying dry ice exploded, sending the cap flying at her face. Police said 2 medical school students had been using the sealed container intended for hot beverages to transport the dry ice.
And she called the cops over that? They hit me with a lid. And yeah.
You're a blot in the name of Gotham City University. When the students find out what kind of a person you really are, they'll hate you forever.
Tattletale. All right. After Costco released misprinted UC Irvine sweatshirts and removed them from stores in less than a day, students and alumni are trying to buy the defective merchandise. The sweatshirts designed for the University of California, Irvine, which were being sold at 3 Costco locations in Orange County, misspelled the school's name as UC Irvine, anteaters. After recognizing the mistake, Costco pulled the items quickly. Many current and former students, however, are actively seeking the defective sweatshirts, with one Twitter user stating they would go to lengths to acquire one. Ooh,
Interesting.
Yeah. People that can't spell in college.
I am too smart. I am too smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-R-T.
And they're not really the anteaters, are they?
It must be.
Don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to Google that.
All right. Moving right along, all the way to Croatia, a man sued his neighbor's dog after claiming it ate part of his Mercedes. The dog's owner said there was no way it was his pet because it was tied up in the yard during the day and it had no appetite for a Mercedes or any other car.
Oh, so hard to decide not to play this sound effect that I'm gonna. Maybe.
Your dog certainly has a surprised look on his face. Yeah.
Well, that's because you're looking at his butt.
Oh. Then he's certainly not going to enjoy that treat that I just fed to him.
Sorry. Every time I hear that drop, and Leslie Nielsen, I want to go buy some dog treats. And then go around and visit people I know with dogs. Your dog's
How did you
not looking
lose?
too happy.
How'd you lose all your fingers on your right hand?
Looking for well-behaved dogs.
Uh-huh.
It's
Am
you,
I
Val.
up?
Yes.
Let's see. Imagine you're just hanging out on your back patio with your friend, and you're enjoying a couple slices of your favorite pizza when suddenly a black bear swoops in and eats your food. This actually happened in eastern Kentucky, and TikTok user at KYCatman Outdoors, yeah, that's it, has video showing the bear eating the pizza off the ground, apparently after pulling it from a table. Bear wants your pizza, you let him have it.
That's why I get my pizza in the cup.
That was really good pizza.
Oh, this is the best pizza in a cup ever. This guy's unbelievable. He ran the old cup of pizza guy out of business. People come from all over to get this.
And bears can't get into a cup of pizza.
Sounds like a challenge to the bear.
All right, shots were fired late Thursday night outside a sports bar in Cutler Bay, Florida. Oh, Florida. And it's allegedly started with an argument over karaoke. This happens at Val all the time.
You know, I've been trying to curb that incident, but it's really hard. You get people singing, they go crazy.
Pull out their guns, apparently. According to witnesses, 3 people were shot during a fight that erupted at a karaoke night event. You don't see that every day. Yeah,
no,
really
every night.
Yeah. According to the witness, everything started when 2 men got into a fight over who was next to sing karaoke.
Oh, my gosh.
The song that started it all, right here.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own.
That song make you shoot anybody.
I was going to say, are you sure it wasn't Hit Me With Your Best Shot?
Ooh, that's not funny at all.
The only shots
sorry.
the only shots I have during karaoke are tequila.
And then she sings like this.
I'm singing. I'm in a store and I'm singing. I'm in a store and I'm singing.
Hey! There's no singing in the North Pole.
Yes, there is.
No, it's not.
Sing all the time.
No, it's not.
Especially when we make toys.
All right, sorry. I had one more to close out the show, I think. It was a leftover from yesterday. Yes, police in the UK say that a man held up a store clerk with his 3-year-old son in tow.
Oh, bad dad.
The child slowed him down enough that police were able to capture him.
Okay, can you imagine? Hey, can you watch my kid this afternoon? I need to go rob somebody.
Oh, well, you can't? Well, we'll
Okay.
just take him with.
I'll take him with me. Never mind.
There's nothing more toxic or deadly than a human child. A single touch could kill you.
Yes. All right, possibly not. Michelle's still here, and she's got, what, 8?
Hey, now. I got 5. 5 kids.
It's awesome because 5?
Yeah.
Wow. And you're not Catholic?
No.
Not Mormon? All right. So it's great because we had Jean before who had 42 children we used to make fun of, and now you with 35. That's great. I'm just kidding. All right, I think that is our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and join us tomorrow. It's the return of Big Mike Bentz for Wednesday, as well as me and Michelle. Tune in. We'll cover all those community events, and be aware we do that in the first half of the show. So first thing in the morning about 7:20, Mike gives us the lowdown on everything happening in the community. And Michelle will be piping in, too, because you're still working really hard on that event coming up in October, the Firefighter Olympics, right, Michelle?
Yes, I am. Still working on the October 1st Chewelah Fall Fest. The Firefighters Olympics is going to be in the park. Fall Fest is going to be the same day down Main Street in the afternoon. I'm also very heavily involved in Boo Fest this year. And we've got a couple other things coming up right here at the radio station. So that'll be a lot of fun.
All right, tune in tomorrow. And don't forget, if you ever miss a portion of our show, you can find it again on YouTube and Facebook. Big thank you to my sister, Val. Thank you, Val, for being here this morning and getting up.
Well, thanks for having me.
All right, live from Deer Park. And Master Control, Michelle Williams. Thank you, Michelle, for coming in this morning as well. Have a great day. Keep on listening to Northern Lights Public Radio.
ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire.
Go ahead, make your jokes. Joke me.
Right, have it! And let's slip the dogs of war.
I think it's time and the money I've wasted on your training, and you still turn out to be a blithering idiot. You're an utter failure. You make me sick.